Alright folks, Tonto Bob here.
To where the air comes in, this cooler
Down there.
Yeah, just a second.
So Ben, what have we witnessed today?
Taco Bell.
Alright guys, so if you've been watching my gasifier videos, you'll know that my old crappy blower is too weak to suck the syngas through the blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I'm going to show you today how to take apart a shop vac and build a blower out of it that'll hopefully suit your needs. That was bought off Craigslist for 15 bucks. That was bought off eBay for 20. So hopefully I can get a stronger, better blower by the end of this video for cheaper. So stick around and thanks for watching. Alright, so I guess the first step is to tear into this thing. I don't really care about it that much. Just going to take the top off. Okay, so right there is the filter. And I know that up in here it should be where the the fan is. So I'm going to take off all this crap right here, get into the guts of this thing, and see what I can do with it. So first off, I'm just going to start ripping stuff off. Might use this filter actually. It's for my gasifier to remove particulates from the gas, but that'll be later. Find something to do with it. It's pretty dusty. Okay, so looks like I'm going to need to get the drill. I see some star patterned heads for these bolts here, so let me go and get that real quick. Right, so I have a star patterned bit on my drill. Looks like there's probably about 10 or 12 screws here I gotta take out. Alright, so I see it. Got one bolt that didn't want to come off, so I don't care about this thing, I'm just going to tear it off. Dusty. Alright, so right there, inside of there should be the motor. I believe this right here is the fan. It's got some sort of rotating little fin things on there, so I'm going to get into that. Okay, so here's the top of the shop vac. It's resting on the fan right now, gently, because it's made of aluminum. And I'm just going to take out these 4 bolts. Hopefully the motor will come out. I gotta set my phone down for a sec while I do this. Hopefully you can see that. If not, oh well. Or not bolts, screws. Okay, so bang, right there. There's, this is the switch. I'm going to turn it on. Alright, so I have this separated. Just a motor with like a shroud on it with the fan. Here's the top part. There's a little on and off switch. This right here is a negative wire, I believe, and it was connected to this little doohickey right here. And then right here's 2, maybe a positive and a ground, or a positive. I don't know, they're both red, so I think they're both somehow positive. I'm not really sure how motors work that well. But they were connected to right there on the back of the switch, those 2 little tabs right there. So got to keep that in mind. I'm going to try to remove this shroud in the best way possible to get just to the motor and to the, just keep the fan on there. I'm probably going to take off that bolt, see what happens. Alright, so I've taken off that nut right there. I'm going to save that. Pull my fan off of there. That will act as my, that'll create the suction I need. And I think now I just need to take out those two screws and get the motor out of there. See if I can take this off of here. Yeah, take that off, save it for later. And I do have a drill bit for those two screws. Alright, so I got those two screws backed out. Hopefully my motor will pop out. There we go. There we go. So, going to put this fan back on just as I had it. Just as I had it. And then I'm going to see if I can't, well, I might have to make some spacers. Get some more washers for that back there. Put the fan back on. Make a shroud for this motor and then be able to plug it back in. Take all that electrical stuff out of there. Plug it back in, so I got a switch for it. Alright, so I'll get back to you when I get to that. That was a pretty easy task. Okay, so I have the motor out with the fan back on. That hole in the front that you're looking at right here is where the suction will come from, and it'll blow out between those fins. So I'm thinking I could use that shroud if it fits. Hopefully it fits. Maybe. Maybe I can use that shroud, maybe not. It's pretty close. So what I'm going to do now is take the electrical, I'm going to take the switch out of here, hook it back up like it was onto my motor. Should be really easy. That tab and those two wires right there. Hook them to my switch, and then I'll have a fan that I can plug in and turn on. It'd be great. Alright, so I have the switch taken out. Took like 2 seconds with a pair of pliers just to push down. Let it focus. Let it focus. Alright. There's little tabs inside of that switch. I know you can barely see them. Stupid camera won't focus on it. And then I just plugged the wires back into where they were from. Now I'm going to see if the switch works. Okay, test run. Please don't explode. See if it's going the right direction. It's going the wrong direction. So I put these wires in the wrong way. So I'm going to take this out the wall so I don't get electrocuted, and put these wires back in the correct way. And see if it spins the right direction this time. Oh, not plugged in. Okay. Oh, geez. Alright, that shocked me, guys. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, so I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, so the suction is very strong. It sucked some plastic off the table right here and sucked it into the blower. And be careful, wear gloves. I'm only wearing one glove because I thought I wouldn't be touching stuff, but apparently you can get shocked from this. Guess I'm lucky that, I don't know, I didn't get shocked bad. So, keep watching. I'm going to try to build a blower out of this thing. That had some good suction. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to build a blower out of wood here. Turn on this light real quick. As you can see, that's the basic outline of what that's going to be like. And it's going to, there's two spots right here that can accept screws, there and right there, if you can see it. Two little dangle downs. And I'm just going to screw it. I'm going to take the fan off after I cut this out, and then just screw it into those two screw holes. Make a hole in the middle for the axle to go through, and then make another piece just like this to put on the other side. So, not going to be that big of a deal. I'll get to you when I have it all cut out and everything. Alright guys, so as you can see, that's my shroud connected to the motor. There's the other half of it. They're cut perfectly. Just two screws holding it in place. So I'll cut to the final product. Alright guys, so as you can see, that is the front part of my shroud, and that is the, I guess, back part. I'll show you a little closer how I put there's two screws holding that back shroud on there. underneath the blower or underneath the fan. I need to cut a hole in this shroud once that wood glue dries, the same size as this hole right here, in the middle right here. That way the suction can suck the air in or the gas in, and then it'll spin it around and blow out right there. So let's see. I know this isn't really the most robust way to do this, but it's really easy to make it with wood, and I'm going. So my blower is now almost complete. As you can see, there's the little out hole. I just glued both sides together. The glue is still soaking wet. I'm going to eventually have to fill these holes right here, all these gaps. And then I'm going to put some screws in, put screws in all around here to make sure all of it's nice and sturdy. And then I'll test it out, plug it in and test it out. But I'm going to let it sit overnight just for the wood to harden. Or not the wood to harden, for the glue to harden. And finish it off tomorrow morning and test it out tomorrow morning. I guess I'll see you then. Alright, so it's the next morning. I've put the screws in there, as you can see. Put screws all the way around. There's only one really, except for this long one right here. One screw per little tab of wood on this side, but there's exactly two per every tab on this side. This is a little bit uglier in my opinion because they're not spaced out well, so I put them on the back side. But the front side, even though it doesn't look pretty, it looks a little prettier that way. Still got to fill in these little gaps right here and all that stuff with some sort of glue or, I don't know, rubber cement or something like that. I'm going to cover this whole back side with, I don't know, something, probably some sheet metal or something like that, and make it look a little bit nicer and a little more well sealed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some gloves on so I don't get shocked again, and then I'm going to plug it in to the wall and turn it on and see how powerful it is. So give me a second to do all that. Alright, so I have it plugged into the wall. This cord is insanely long, which is awesome because I won't have to get so many extension cords to reach it out to wherever I want to go. And I'm ready to turn it on. So let me get you a good angle. Maybe I'll throw some crap on the floor to blow around to see if it works. Here we go. Throw some of these papers and stuff on the floor. Paper towel. There, good enough to test. Alright, so I'm going to find a good camera angle for it. Let's see. Okay, so I have the camera set up. Have my blower right here, and I'm going to switch it on and see how well it works. Probably going to be kind of loud. Hopefully it doesn't blow up or shock me like last time. Didn't blow up last time, but you know. Holy crap, that is very strong. Okay, that makes me happy. Do a little demonstration over here with it. Take it over to the dirty area over there in my shop where all the metal shavings are. Open the door up and it's not even sealed up all the way, and that blew those paper towels and everything just out of here. So successful test. Take you over here real quick. All right, guys. So I'm standing behind the camera with my blower. Right here. I'm about 5 feet away, 10 feet away from all that crud on the floor right there. It's all metal shavings and just dust and crap like that from the work I've been doing in here. So I'm going to turn the blower on and blow it out to that light you see. That light at the top of your screen is the bottom of my garage door that's opened. Guess we'll see how it does. Alright guys, and just like that, this floor is clean. A lot better than my old crappy blower. Alright, so I guess I got to do a little bit more fine tuning on this thing. By fine tuning I mean just like sealing up these back where the cracks are and everything. So as always, comment, rate, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I'll reply to them, and thanks for watching.